Hello, welcome to AVK Wealth, your channel for financial education. My name is Andrew Contaxis. I'm here to teach you a wealth game for kids. Why? Because school doesn't teach this. I've been teaching for 20 years. I am a current educator. I'm a realtor. I'm a father. I'm a brother. I'm a son. So I have a lot of vested interest in this, and I've been doing this for a while. So I've been having a conversation with students and kids, and especially my niece when she was young, and I'm actually having this now with my daughter. She's 18 months here old, and again, 18 months old. And even though she can't speak, I'm constantly talking to her every day, so that when we do have an opportunity to talk, she can talk to me about money. But we're going to go back to my niece. I've been having this conversation with her for a long time. Is it an asset or a liability? You too can play this game with your kids, your teenager. You can play this with people. It sparks great conversation. And I've never seen this conversation go wrong. So let's get into it, shall we? So assets or liabilities with AVK Wealth. First off, let's talk about what is an asset. First off, an asset are values because they can generate revenue or can be converted into cash. So an asset is something that has value that is bringing money to you or that you can convert into cash. Now, my definition of it is money that comes in your pocket, things that bring you money. So is it generating money for you all the time? Now, again, the big question is, well, my house, my car, they're assets. And again, by definition, if I'm talking to an accountant or I'm talking to somebody who deals with money, yes, your house is an asset because you can liquefy it and turn it into cash. Yes, your car is an asset because you can liquefy it and turn it into cash. But my question is to you, how often are you doing that? How often are you selling your home to get groceries? How often are you selling your home because you need to buy a car? Or how often are you selling your home because you need to put your kids into these programs? Or how often are you selling your car so you can go do whatever it is you want to do? So again, those are the questions I ask myself. Now again, like it says, convertibility. Can I convert it to cash? Now, this can be a number of different things. This can include a bank account. This can include real estate, your personal property, furniture, vehicles, investments. So again, are those things putting money in your pocket? Like, for example, if I have my couch is an asset because I need to sit down and I need to have someplace so I can watch my TV. But is my couch generating me money? No, it is not. My couch sits there. It doesn't do anything other than I sit in it. Now, could I sell my couch for money? Absolutely. I can liquefy it. So it is an asset, but in my definition, it is not because it's not putting money in my pocket every single week, every single month. It is not feeding me every single day and allowing me to do things I want to do. Next, liability is money you owe to another person or an institution. So is it taking money out of your pocket? Is it taking from you all the time? My couch doesn't take from me. I buy it one time and it does take from me, but my couch is not taking money every single week from me. Now, again, if you're looking at a house or a car, because people think those are assets, they're taking money from you normally. Like, for example, you buy a car, they take money from you. You got to put gas in your car, it takes money from you. You got to put wear and tear maintenance on it because that's taking money from you. Because the more you drive it, the more you got to fix it. So it's constantly taking money from your pocket. Now, again, could you sell that car? Absolutely. Are you going to get the value that you once paid for the car? No, because cars depreciate and you will not get that same value. But yes, you could liquefy it. You can buy a Mercedes for $100,000. It could be worth $70,000 when you walk it off the lot. But if you try to sell it, you may only be able to get $50,000 for it. So yes, you can liquidate it, right? But is that car putting money in your pocket? No, it is not. However, it could be deemed as an asset because it's driving you around. Some examples: student loans, credit cards, mortgages, secured personal loans, unsecured personal loans, payday loans. So basically, all these are where you are borrowing money for the most part, and you got to pay them back. Obviously, the point of paying them back is taking money out of your pocket. These are liabilities. We're going to talk about now the game of assets and liabilities. So let's begin. You can play this with your kids. So if you have your kids next to you, bring them on by and we will discuss this together. Your house. I'm going to give you 1 second here to figure out if it's an asset or liability. 1. All right. To me, your house is a liability, even though, keep in mind, by definition, it is an asset because you can liquefy that house. But are you liquefying your house or your apartment or your duplex or wherever it is to put money in your pocket? It is taking money out of your pocket for your mortgage, your insurance, your expenses, your heating, your cooling, water, electricity. It is pulling all sorts of money out of your pocket that you keep on forking stuff out every day. Now, here is a different example. If we turn your home into a house, different term, kind of same thing, but if I rent out that house, right? I'm renting it out to renters. I'm putting someone in the house. Maybe I live in the house and I get a roommate, and that roommate is paying me money. That renter is paying me money. That money is paying off the mortgage, paying off the electricity. It even puts a few bucks in my pocket. That house, or excuse me, that home is now your asset. That asset is paying down your house. It's putting money in your pocket. So if you were living there and you're the only one living there and you were the one paying your expenses, it is a liability. And again, keep in mind, I do understand if you sell that home, it becomes cash. And yes, you can put money in your pocket that way. But for the average person, you're not selling your home every day. But if you buy that home to rent it out or rent out spaces in there, or maybe you want to rent it out to a business, or you want to rent it out as an Airbnb, that now is putting money in your pocket. Next, your car. We already talked about this. Again, your car is a liability because of the fact that car is now taking money out of your pocket. Gas, expenses, something breaks. Again, it's just taking from you. Now, it could be an asset. Here's why. If you rent out that car, if you create a business with cars and you are allowing people to drive them and bring them back or rent them out, it is now an asset because that car is putting money in your pocket. So even though you may buy it, right, that's going to put money and generate money in your pocket. Next, credit cards. And I know the card is behind the picture. I'm going to give you a second to figure out if this is an asset or liability. Boom. Credit cards. Normally they are liabilities because most people use credit cards to consume. We're a consumer nation. We use our credit cards because we're getting essentially free money. The banks are lending us money to spend and we have to pay that back. So normally people will use their credit cards to buy groceries, pay their bills, put gas in the car. You are using that to consume. You are using that to pay for it. So you have to pay that back. So the money is coming out of your pocket, it is going away from you. Now, here's where your credit card can be an asset to you. Are you buying something that is income producing? For example, if I use my credit card to buy a house and that house pays off the credit, pays off the mortgage, pays off all that stuff, and puts money in my pocket, that can now be an asset. Could you use credit to run a business? Yes, I'm going to pay for a computer. Yes, I'm going to pay for these monthly services. However, those monthly services are going to put money back in my pocket to pay off the credit and put money in my pocket. So, depending on how we are talking about this, it can be an asset or a liability. I'm going to take my Zoa break. Zoa, it's delicious, it's tasty. Here we go. Now I'm ready to go. Next, line of credit alone. Again, if you're taking a loan, a line of credit is when a bank is lending you money. They're giving you a line of credit that you can use, but you must pay that back. Loans can be paid back. Lines of credit can be paid back. However, again, are you using this money to consume, where it becomes a liability, or are you using this money to produce? If you're producing an asset, if you're producing a service or good for the community, if you're producing in your business, then it becomes an asset. So keep in mind the theme here. You have assets and then you have liabilities over here. Let me keep my drink in the shot over here. Hopefully The Rock will pick me up one of these days. Or Dave, you hear me? Those delicious. Anyways, keep that in the shot. It can be an asset or a liability depending on how you look at it. Next. Employees, this is a very controversial one here. I know I'm probably going to get some flack for it because number one, employees are people. They are human beings. They need to be treated with respect. They are amazing amazing people. They are what make the businesses go round. So I want to make sure you understand I have nothing but respect and love for all my employees out there, all my W-2s. However, let's talk business now. Now, when we talk about business, and again, this is a great conversation about kids or for your students or whoever, a business needs to employ employees. They're the ones who run your business. They're the ones who generate the profit for the business. They're the ones that kind of the nuts and bolts that make the thing go round. So in that business, under accounting terms, employees fall under expenses because you have to take money out of your pocket to pay the employee to get them to do the job or produce the good or service. So I'm physically paying an employee. That money comes out of my pocket. And when you're looking at accounting and you're looking from a business perspective, a business needs to make a profit. So if you're paying your employees, right, and you're paying them more than you profit, that business will lose money. So you have to pay the employee less than what you profit because you got to make a profit. So in that example, employee is a liability. Now, an employee can also be an asset because you need that employee to grow your business. That employee can be a rock star. They can be great at sales. They can be great at marketing. They can be great at managing people. They can be great at bringing in people, hiring talent. So employees are amazing assets for a company. So again, they can grow your business. So in that respect, employees are assets. Now, another example of liabilities, if the employee is hurting your business, if they're harming your customers, if they are not producing the right product or good for your people, if your business is getting a bad reputation because this person who works for you is damaging your reputation, that employee is a liability to your business. You do not want them working for you. You do not want them hurting your profitability or your ability to help produce goods and services in the world or to help make the world a better place. So an employee can be both an asset, something that grows your business, something that improves your business, that makes people happy, that makes the world go round, or an employee can hurt your business. But keep in mind, when it comes to accounting purposes, a business needs to make money. And therefore, if you have to pay that employee, they are by definition a liability or an expenditure to that business. So this is a wonderful game that you can play with your kids at home. You can be in the car, you can be visiting. Is this an asset or liability? I just happen to have a flashlight here. Is this flashlight an asset or a liability? Yeah, I need to keep light so I can see if it's dark. It's an asset, but I had to pay for it. Now, if I rent out that flashlight and I give it to someone else and they make money from it and put money in my pocket, it becomes an asset or liability. So if you got any value from this, please like and subscribe to the video. Pass this on to people. And I've gotten so much love from all you guys out there. My channel is starting to grow. I've been getting a lot of subscribers and I've gotten a lot of feedback. I love you guys very much. And I'm going to try to produce a lot more content to help you guys out there. But wealth games. The reason that your kids are wealthy is because you have a wealthy mindset and you got to teach them at a young age. And the best way to do it is by playing games with your kids. So is it an asset or liability? I look forward to hearing your stories. So if you have any stories that you tried this with your kids at home, please put it in the comments below. I would love to hear if the game assets or liabilities work. I would love to hear what conversations that you have surrounding your kids and money. Till the next one, I will see you then. Later, guys.